Hey, welcome back, tennis team. 2020. Woo! It's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So, I wanted to give you a little bit of song along with this video. Um, Today, I wanted to introduce what the spring tennis season will look like to both our students and our parents because, it is in flux a little bit given the nature of being kind of social distancing and homeward bound. I think it's really important to kind of frame out for you our intentions. So the goal is, as you saw maybe last week in our meetings, we do have afternoon activities still, and the tennis team is by far one of the more unified programs, I would say. And so my goal is to continue to strengthen that unity and to grow as both players, as tennis students, students of the game, but personally, right? Like so, as your coach, I was pretty bummed to find out about the May 11th timeline. Um, Thinking too about my life. I've basically been on a tennis court since I was born. I was hitting tennis balls as early as 2 years old with my grandmother, in between cookies and popsicles and all kinds of great stuff as she was my babysitter. Um, but I wanted to take this opportunity to be like, hey, I feel you. We were both teams were like destined for greatness. And I really, the girls' team was brand new. Many people joining the team or being able to move up into the program. And then from the boys' perspective, looking to maybe repeat some of our endeavors from last year. And everybody had been working so hard this winter. So I didn't want to not acknowledge the fact that this isn't unfortunate, but we will be better. And I think part of this is finding a way to come out of this thing better than maybe the way we went into it. So I wanted to start with a quote from Arthur Ashe. I actually have this on my posted on my door in and out of my apartment, and it's something that I like to think about, especially given the nature of where we are in the world and who I am as a person. So his quote: "Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome." And Arthur Ashe, if you don't know anything about him, he's a three-time Grand Slam champion, one of the best tennis players from the United States in the 20th century. He was revolutionary in the civil rights movement. Um, so thinking about how I structure this practice sequence for us, um, you know, our success as a tennis team and the journey that we're on, you know, I don't know what will happen, right? I don't know what'll happen by May 11th or June or whenever. But what I can control and what I hope that you will see that we can control is kind of our week to week, day to day actions, right? So in tennis, we sometimes talk about how a match was played. Sometimes you lose the match. Maybe you won a set or two in between. You've probably won some games along the way, right? Or you can even go as small as points. And if we can live right now in a little bit more of the day to day, we will probably benefit from that and have more success based on those outcomes. So, when looking at your day, students, parents, I saw a lot of time. And so, what I'm thinking about doing, and I'll use the boys and girls accountability sheets interchangeably here. But basically, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're going to do some synchronous activities from that 4:30 to 5:30 time slot. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to do asynchronous work. So you'll see this week, I put 30 push-ups over the course of the day. So in your movement breaks, you have the opportunity, if you want to knock those out over the course of the day, great. Every break you have, do 5 push-ups. Then all of a sudden, after 6 breaks, you've done your activity, right? Same thing on Thursday, 4 minutes of planks, and each hyperlink thing. This gives you a little clip of how to do a proper plank. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to meet synchronously, and I'll be scheduling those Google Meets. You'll see the link for it. But the intention is, so like today, we're actually going to set some goals, right? And we're going to use what are called SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And so the goal here for us is to have destination, right? Have some thought of, this is the outcome that I want to get from this virtual experience. Okay. I'm going to publish this goal setting uh, Google form your way via the email. That way we can hold each other accountable. It will only be shared with Ms. Park and myself, but the idea being, if you've expressed them, if you've expressed your goals, we can attempt to check in with you. You may also see, I didn't cover this yet. So each partnership, right, in tennis, there's often only at most one other partner on the court with you. So what I've done is I've paired you up so that the yellow band up here on top, this yellow activity is an accountability. If you worked out really hard yesterday, maybe you only want to do the medium, or maybe you're like, you know what, maybe I need to stretch a little bit more, which tends to be more of like the low level activity. This is for you to kind of create and mark what you've done. Everybody will be doing the warm up. All right, so Mr. Hutchins' dynamic warm up up here. There's a if you click this and you go to the document, it'll actually show you, here's what everything is in the dynamic warm-up. We don't necessarily have captains yet. We're getting there by the end of the week, I believe. But if you want to see the video, right, of how to do each one of these things, you can see Mr. Hutchins in old times. Yeah. Gotta love that music. So that's Mr. Hutchins showing you how to do the dynamic warm-up. And part of that is each 3 days, you should be adding one of the core stability, reaction power, speed, agility, quickness, right? So if you do all of the dynamic warm up and then you do one of these, that'll take you 15 to 20 minutes, no more. From there, you'll do one of the high level, medium level, low level workouts, whichever one you're feeling for that day. You may want to talk to your partner about doing them. You could do them together. You could do them from afar. Kind of being in communication with one another would be smart. And then after that, at about that 4:45, 5 o'clock time, I'm going to be setting those Google meetings for us to do some synchronous work. So today we'll have a synchronous meeting. Wednesday, we're going to do death by burpees. Ms. Park's going to lead death by burpees with the girls team. I'm going to lead death by burpees with the boys team. And then Friday, we're going to do a synchronous chair workout, which I just found online, which seems difficult. So it should be interesting and challenging for all of us. So anyway, welcome back to tennis. I'm honestly, given the circumstances, I am thrilled that I still have you as my players. I was worried that they were going to, why would we need tennis? But I think that our group is quite awesome. You guys continue to impress with your thoughtfulness. I've had a few of you reach out over break. And I really do think that we can turn this, I don't know, difficult time into a way in which we can improve, a way we can think about working out in our houses in the future. And I'll probably be sending some tennis videos. I know they've been playing a lot of tennis on ESPN recently. So just be ready to watch and observe and learn a little bit of tennis along the way. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day and this doesn't interrupt your day too much. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.